Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
McLeod now on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Those defense for the Packers, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
It's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
In his 5th year in Pittsburgh, a good bounce back last year for Juju with 97 catches. He must continue to make grabs like that and get upfield.
Roethlisberger going to get that to Ebron. There's a nice move.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On second down, this is Harris.
They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! Deontay Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown.
Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Rodgers. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. The numbers for Jones last week, He hit pay dirt so many times we almost lost track. Every time we turned around, he was in the end zone.
And those weren't all just one-yard plunges either, partner. I mean, he ripped off a few long jaunts as well.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. He'll buy some time right. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
Flush to his right. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. A gain there of 21 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Pass, catch, first down for Tonyan. Undrafted at Indiana State, but he really came on in 2020. 52 catches, and even more importantly, 11 touchdowns.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Jones again, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
McLeod now on the return.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again, and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. We'll check on his status when we get back. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rodgers. That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. Randall Cobb. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
McLeod now on the return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Roethlisberger will throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Well, this defense for the Packers, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? We did. We definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down.
Rashawn Gary drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Powering his way forward. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Caught left side by Cobb. And it's a Packers touchdown. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
We know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And that should serve as a big warning to this defense. They know now that they have to stick close to these receivers because they have the ability to break games wide open after the catch. And that one wound up in the end zone.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch.
Now Crosby for the point after. And the lead is up to 15 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
McLeod now on the return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Now the Steelers getting set and ready for their next possession.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Chase Claypool, the intended target.
That'll bring up 2nd down. Now Roethlisberger.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Packers, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And no matter what's done throughout the game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. A 41-yard punt there with no return. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Rodgers now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 25 yards that time.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And he's got it. Touchdown. Amari Rodgers. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Packers are able to widen their lead here in his first half. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Room to run past midfield. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. 72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On second down now, it's Harris. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe.
Rodgers throw into the hands of Cobb.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Buying time to his left. Rodgers sliding to a stop with a first down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17.
Now Rodgers, forced out to his left. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18. A good pickup there at 22. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. To throw is Rodgers. Sliding out of the pocket. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And Crosby puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties.
McLeod now on the return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Roethlisberger. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Washington. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. To throw again is Roethlisberger. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Chris Barnes.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Getting set to go again on the offensive side, Randall Cobb works his way back onto the field. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
Kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time, and that's not easily done because you know all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
2 yards, good enough for a first. Now Rodgers on the move to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers escaping the pressure right. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Being chased out left, and he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10.
Rodgers now to throw. Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Flushed out right. Able to find Lazard. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Kylan Hill, his first NFL reception, goes for 6.
And the Packers would extend their lead here just before halftime.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it, and he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. McLeod now on the return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock.
Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So we've come to... All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
So here are the Packers now to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. His throw incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Here's Rodgers.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
This is intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Oh, look at the juke. Able to push his way through. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And just shutting him off there. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
110 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Anyone who watched Najee Harris at Alabama knows the kind of strength that this guy runs with, and he's continuing on that path here at the next level.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Here's Roethlisberger.
A throw left side, caught by the tight end, Freiermuth.
And in for the Steelers, touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth
with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. That's complete to Cobb. Rodgers to Cobb. Good for a Green Bay first. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover it? Double and triple, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rodgers.
He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
This one swung out here to Jones. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter.
20.
That is caught by Amari Rodgers.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 39 yards there, a big one.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmunds, picks it, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception. They've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Roethlisberger. Ebron with it over the middle. And some room to work. And all the way down to the 42.
We play to win.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
On 1st down, it's Harris, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. Again, it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. Touchdown! Najee Harris with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
The return man is Hill. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 34. Rodgers now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Rodgers again now. Flush to his right. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Packers are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. So that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets him to the finish line, a comfortable lead.
Yeah, and that's all about not letting the team back into a game because they just gave up a touchdown. It was back to a 2-score game, and anything can happen in that situation. But instead, they came through with a really terrific drive right there that ended in 6. So you like to slam the door on teams. In this case, they're trying to lock it as well.
extra point try now for Crosby. And the lead is up to 18 now. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
7 yards, the pickup there. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And 2020 was a strong draft for receivers, and the Steelers got an excellent one in the second round in Chase Claypool out of Notre Dame. 11 total touchdowns last year. Among rookies, only Jonathan Taylor of the Colts had more. A strong catch there.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
And they've used him in the passing game to great effect so far. And here they get it to him again on the screen, and it turns into a nice positive play.
Ben to throw again. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Preston Smith charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops it for a loss of 11.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Roethlisberger toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
2nd and 20.
Another try after the first down sack. Roethlisberger, he finds his man Johnson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot. And it's almost like you said, listen, we're going to sell the go. Just go, and let's see who's faster.
He gets it complete to Harris. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
The fourth quarter touchdown there, back to a two-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones
with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year.
And the Packers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, partner, since this new two-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
McLeod now on the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again.
So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger will throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field.
And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Rodgers looking to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Here's Rodgers to throw. Steps away to his left. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers, a 13-yard touchdown run, and the Packers add 6 to their lead. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
You have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. McLeod now on the return. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is going to be Packer football.